The Ecumenical Senior Center provides a wide range of programs and services for seniors to spend quality time together while also giving back to the community. Well, I'm here with Tim Barnes, who's the Executive Director of the Kalamazoo Ecumenical Senior Center. Thank you so much for talking with me here today.
Glad to be here.
So, Tim, let's start with this, because what would you say? You deal with seniors all day long. What is the biggest misconception that people have about seniors?
We are an active, vibrant community, and we have a lot of people that want to come and present in front of the seniors. We're a great audience, and I always come back with, let's do almost like a town meeting, because you'd be surprised at what our seniors have. Ideas, they have opinions. They're not afraid to share their opinions, and let's give them an opportunity to be heard. So I am just pleased to be working in a job where I get to interact with seniors every day. I'm very, very lucky.
And really the goal, right, of the Ecumenical Senior Society is really to enrich the lives of seniors, right? You want to do it body, mind, and spirit.
Absolutely. We are a day center, so we're open Monday through Friday. We are here just to engage our seniors, and we provide a meal and a safe place to just come. Sometimes we just hang out, sometimes we're doing activities, and seniors really see this as their home away from home. And it's really developed a family atmosphere.
You do some exercise classes with the seniors, and I think I remember seeing that there's maybe a little dancing to some Marvin Gaye and Aretha Franklin afterward.
Yeah, it's amazing what music does. And it's amazing that we have some seniors that have memory loss, but they know every single word to the oldies and to the songs, and they love to dance. And so we try to do that whenever we can. I'm really excited about a new program that we've been partnering with the Kalamazoo Athletic Club. And I was told that the CDC recommends that seniors get at least, I think it's 2.5 hours of exercise a week. And most seniors don't get that. But when you look at African American seniors, it drops to only 4%. And I'm like, wow, we need to do something. And 95% of our clientele are African American seniors, and most are dealing with emotional and physical challenges. And so it's a program that we're really excited about.
Tim, I wanted to ask you about the building that you're in, because it's the Van Avery drugstore, right? And there's a rich history associated with that drugstore that goes all the way back to the civil rights movement.
Right. Yeah. We kind of feel like it's sacred ground here, and we hope to, with our new capital campaign, to really highlight the rich history that started here. And it used to be a neighborhood drugstore. And bottom line is that a teenager wanted to get a job or get an application, was denied an application, and is that the community came out, they picketed, they boycotted, and they made it known that was not all right. And it pretty much, for people in Kalamazoo, they see that moment and that movement as the beginning of the civil rights movement here in Kalamazoo.
So as we talked about body, mind, and spirit, that's what you're all about. So when you talk about some of the classes that you offer, there's music, there's sewing. What else am I missing?
Wednesday has been kind of set up as our craft day. We have a large quilt that everybody's name, had everybody's name put on it, and so the seniors are working on that we're hoping to be able to hang in the new facility as a memory of the people that are actively coming every day. We have some woodworking projects going on. They're making purses and shawls for the fall. Sometimes we have people come in and they make cards and book, scrapbooking, that type of thing. But trying to keep them jewelry making, trying to show their creativity and keeping them active. One of the things that's unique about us is that we have membership is free, so we're open to anybody 60 years or older.
What makes the Ecumenical Senior Center so important to Kalamazoo?
It's really about accepting people where they are and having a place that people can call home. That when seniors are here, we talk about it. We try to have a home setting, and we take care of each other, and it's very clear that that's what happens. The whole concept of being called ecumenical, which refers to a lot of things, but mostly probably in the church community of all faiths and all backgrounds, being able to have a place where everybody's welcome. So our overall mission is to provide activities, to provide resources. We distribute food and transportation and access to information.
Is it like a family for a lot of these seniors?
There's no question. We had, it's interesting. I had a senior that ended up leaving to visit for an extended period in Arizona, and I remember her kept saying, "I want to go home to be with my friends," and I'm like, "Well, that's us." I mean, it's like it kind of hit me. Like I guess I sometimes forget that for seniors, we see them every day, and having that fellowship and that checking in with people, how important that is for their mental health and for their for them to thrive.
And you also give back to the community. We can't oversight that, because the knitting group is one group that does that with scarves and mittens.
I was trying to run a program where I wanted to highlight, simple acts of kindness. And, so often in the community, people will do things like they'll pay for someone's groceries, or they'll pay for someone's dinner at the table next to them. And it's like, you know what? People have been so good to the center. And when we need support with in-kind, I mean, I just need to send out an announcement saying, we need 50 turkeys, and they show up at the door type of thing. And the community has been really, really good about that. But we started a program, a Pay It Forward program, where the intent was for seniors to raise, so we'll raise a little bit of money, but then let them decide how they would give back. But it's a neat way for us to have our seniors making decisions on how they want to give back to the community that has been so positive to them.
And I'm sure that, in their younger days, they probably maybe worked outside and had gardens. And when the weather warms up, do they have any time to be able to head outside? Do you do any outdoor activities?
My first 2 years I was here, we have a parking lot that is just blasted hot, and there was no protection, no shade. And so we created 4 large garden planters, and then I have a garden tarp or a sail. So we have a shaded area, and so it's really been fun. For the last 2-3 years, we've been working on growing flowers, and the seniors are adamant about, they get the hose out, and on a daily basis they're pulling weeds and watering the gardens, and they really take a lot of pride in that. And they love just hanging out. I mean, there are times where I'm ready to leave at 5:30, and I go outside, and there's still people hanging out under the tarp, and it's like, okay, the bar's closed, and I'm going to lock the gate here. But just being able to have a place where they can hang out in the breeze and just share and talk with people. So it's been really, really positive.
Yeah, it's just so wonderful to be able to talk to seniors. Even when I was a young girl, I was always drawn to seniors because they're just full of life experience, right? I mean, their knowledge, they've seen so many things in their life. So, Tim, I wanted to thank you so much for talking with me a little bit here today about this wonderful program that you're doing, the Ecumenical Senior Center of Kalamazoo. Thank you so much.
It's great to be with you. Thank you so much.
Support for Kalamazoo Lively Arts is provided by the Irving S. Gilmore Foundation, helping to build and enrich the cultural life of Greater Kalamazoo.